How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan, this is Ade, and here we go with another edition of Box Talk. Today, Puerto Rican superstar Miguel Cotto makes his return against Delvin Rodriguez. Interesting fight. Is it a crossroads match? Is Cotto past his prime? Is Delvin Rodriguez on his way up? Ade, what do you think?
No.
Simple no.
Simple no. No,
What do you think?
It's not a crossroads fight for me. I don't think Delvin Rodriguez is on his way up. He's had a couple of losses. We know he lost to Austin Trout. We know he lost to Ashton Theobane. It's different from when Cotto fought Austin Trout, who had no losses. It was just a guy that was almost avoided.
Yeah.
And it was big at the weight as well. Delvin Rodriguez has come up from welterweight. He's had a few fights at super welterweight, but he's not naturally like a big guy the way in the Margarita or Mayorga or Austin Trout was. You know what I mean? He's a bit wiry as well. And I'm interested to see what Cotto does with Freddie Roach. Yeah. I wasn't happy when the Freddie Roach thing got announced, because I remember the interview when Freddie Roach, obviously when Cotto was going to fight Manny Pacquiao, and Freddie Roach said he's done, he's finished, why is Cotto still fighting? And then, 3 years later you take him on. I'm not happy about that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think Cotto, I'm not saying he's on a slide, but I don't think Cotto's a 154 pounder. I think he's clearly at 147, and I know it's going to sound a touch much. I think with a right dietitian and training, he can make mostly 140. Be a big 140, but he's definitely not a 154 pounder. Delvin Rodriguez is a boxer. He likes to trade, but he's ultimately a boxer. And Cotto's a little slower with his feet, a little heavier with his hands. Delvin will go stay on his back foot and try to outbox Cotto. Yeah. He saw what happened in the Mayweather fight, he saw what happened in the Trout fight, and he's going to try to use it as a blueprint to take out Cotto.
Yeah, whoa, big statement, take out. Do you mean take out as in...
No, not as a knockout, take him out as in take the fight away.
That's to say, ain't nobody knocking Miguel Cotto out. Now, Miguel Cotto is my favourite fighter of this era, that's about that. You guys don't know that, I'm telling you that now, don't leave me no bad comments. Miguel Cotto fights anyone and everyone. Yeah. He'll fight names that you guys didn't know, and you're like, who's that? And then Austin Trout, for example, he made him. He fights everyone. My fear for this fight, more than anything, is what Ryan said. He's not a 154 guy. We've met Miguel Cotto, we've seen him. He's 147 and what Ryan said is right again. With the right dietitian, he's a 140 guy. He's losing his biggest advantage, which is his strength. Cotto's a very strong guy. But when he fights guys that are 154 who are walking to the ring at 165, 170, then his strength has gone. These guys are obviously stronger than him. That's my fear with Cotto. He's been in a lot of tough fights as well, right?
Yeah, Cotto was known as a body puncher. To get off body shot, you need your legs under you to get inside, work the body, and get back out. That little fraction of loss of speed is taking away his body shots because he cannot make the distance as quick as he used to be, and I think that's a huge problem for him now. I mean, talking about Cotto's hit list. If you look at Cotto's record, go to boxing and look at who's Cotto for over the past 10 years. It is truly amazing. Wow. I don't think you'll find a single fighter with as much marquee names on his record right now from 2003. You might say Hopkins from back in 93 up till now, but we're talking about consecutive fights from 2003. A lot of undefeated fighters as well. People forget that when he beat Carlos Quintana, he was an undefeated fighter. I could go through a whole bunch of them, but Cotto's fought a lot of tough guys, a lot of hard guys. And I'm concerned that having those hard fights, he's admitted he's only had 3 or 4 fights left in him. Can he feel those hard fights coming in on him? Is it taking him down?
Yeah, no, you're right. And when boxers start talking about how many fights they got left as well, you kind of that always puts a seed in the heart that they're already on their way out.
Yeah.
And I think what we've got to look at with Cotto as well. Don't get me wrong. When I'm saying all this, I still think Cotto will win the fight, but I thought that about Austin Trout as well.
Yeah.
The thing about Cotto as well, he's had a lot of hard fights. Obviously, everyone just mentioned the Pacquiao and Mayweather fight and Margarito. No. Zab Judah was a tough fight. Shane Mosley was a tough fight.
Very close.
You know what I mean? Mayorga before he got stopped again, he got hit a lot in that fight as well. He's taken a lot of tough fights and a lot of big shots. And you just wonder, like Ryan said, is he going to catch up with him? Maybe that's the reason he wants to try a different approach, a different coach. I don't know if Freddie Roach is more what he needs right now. Freddie Roach is more of an offensive coach. I think he needs someone to help him with his defense. He's taking a lot of shots to me. So I thought his new trainer was doing all right.
Pedro Diaz.
Yeah, I thought Pedro Diaz was working well for him. I mean, obviously the Trout loss, they're disappointing him, but hey.
Cotto was never a good guy for going backward. Pedro Diaz got Cotto to fight backwards and do certain things that were more versatile for Miguel Cotto. And like you said, Freddie Roach's camp is quite big, quite overcrowded. It might not be the best thing, but it's not my decision, it's his decision. He knows what's best for him. He knows what he wants from a trainer to get what he wants. Let's look at Delvin Rodriguez. He's not the marquee name, he's not the big person that you think is going to come in and take over the show. but he's a very, very tough fighter. If anyone watch ESPN Friday Night Fight, you've got to watch a fight with him and Pavel Wolak. Yeah. This fight here was one of the fights of the year a couple of years ago. Tremendous fight.
Got called a draw, didn't
got called a draw. It was, yeah. He won the rematch. They won the rematch by boxing. But believe me, Cotto's not having his own way. This guy could take a beating and keep going. I mean, it's a tough fight. I'm not saying Wolak's like Cotto, but in terms of grinding out a hard decision, having a hard, tough fight, Rodriguez, isn't it?
Yeah, it's strange with Cotto as well. Cotto seems to be giving these guys that no one's heard of chances.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like he's taking the risk that no other boxer wants to really do and fight these guys that are kind of avoid on the circuit. You kind of hear the whispers when you go into boxing rings, boxing gyms, and they know about these guys. The average fan might not know about them, but people know about Austin Trout, avoided fighter. Rodriguez, again, avoided fighter. Even Yuri Foreman, to an extent, was an avoided fighter.
Forgot about that one.
You know what I mean? So Cotto seems to be giving these guys chances. I'm just scared that Cotto's fighting guys that are seriously hungry now. Seriously hungry, seriously up for the fights, and it's just a bit daunting.
They always have that thing where risk reward, where you're making a risk for the money and blah blah blah. Cotto's taking these risks, but he's doing the boxing credit. They're taking his risks.
Yeah.
They said he's making names. Believe me, Alvarez Trap would not have been a big fight if Cotto didn't fight Trap and lose. You know what I mean? That fight elevated people. He's bringing people up. He's helping boxing and helping the division. But I think it's helping him at the risk to himself.
Yeah, it is. And you almost, with every boxer, you want to have this pattern and path of where they go next, who they fight next. I'm not sure what Cotto does next if he wins this. This is it. I mean, everyone's talking about an Alvarez fight maybe on the undercard of Mayweather on the May 5th card. I don't know. Again, I think Alvarez, looking at the Mayweather fight, he looks almost too big and too strong and too fast for Cotto. I don't know what Cotto does. I'm a massive Cotto fan. I just want him to kind of get back down to 147, and then there's good matchups. I think he will win because I think his strength will show.
I disagree with you on that one. I said in our video we done for the post fight for Mayweather Alvarez, I think Cotto will beat Alvarez as it stands right now. Cotto is a serious contender, a serious fighter. He's well experienced, and I think coming off, maybe Alvarez had a better shot if the fight happened a month ago, but coming off lost to Mayweather for a guy that thought he was going to win and had the belief in holding him, it's like very demoralising, and to be humbled the way he was humbled. And Cotto would see something like that. And Cotto's been in a situation before with Margarito where, we all know the controversy, I'd have to go into it, but he was humbled. It took him time to actually find himself.
Yeah.
And I think Alvarez needs that finding time. If Cotto fought Alvarez now, I think it's a unanimous decision for Cotto, 160, 112.
Yeah, it's a tough one for Cotto because, he had the Mayweather performance and everyone said that was his best performance for a long time, and it was one, he got the best out of Mayweather. And you kind of think, for me, I look at Cotto as a guaranteed bona fide Hall of Famer. He's in there straight away. First ballot Hall of Famer. But you look at him and think, your best performance was, to lose to Mayweather by 6 or 7 rounds. You know what I mean? He took pride from that performance, and I think, Cotto, that's not a performance. Your best performance should be beating Mayweather, split decision Mayweather, majority decision Mayweather, not to lose by 5 or 6 rounds. Do you know what I mean? And then he had proud of it, and then rather than building that, he lost to Austin Trout next. Yeah. So I kind of thought he's doing a step forward and a step back, a step forward, and a step. And I think once you get to the end of your career, you kind of win one, lose one, win one, lose one. That's when it's not good.
I think Cotto's strictly losing this fight because of the weight. We mentioned it, we touched it earlier in the video. It's strictly because of the weight. I think if he fought at his correct weight class, he wouldn't have fought these certain fighters and he wouldn't have those losses on his record. And like I said, I'm betting for Cotto to win this weekend. I think he's got no problem doing it, but I do think it's going to be uphill battle just because of the size.
Yeah, a good thing again. Look at our Twitter at BoxTalk UK. I did put a post on there about Freddie Roach talking about Cotto, saying that Cotto's already pretty much on weight, and that really, truly, Cotto can go down to 147. Yeah. So if he sits with Freddie Roach, you never know. Freddie Roach might have that push for 147. And who knows? Manny Pacquiao rematch. Who knows? Imagine that training motion. How do you train? What do you do? Run around the court, run around the ring, do a round, run.
That will never happen, though.
Never.
I'll tell you why.
Never.
No, it's not going to happen because Freddie Roach will not let Pacquiao go with that again. He wouldn't do it again. Pacquiao's his marquee player. Until Pacquiao retires, that is Freddie's number one guy.
Yeah, you're right. Freddie's number one. So guys, what do you think? Leave your comments below. Miguel Cotto, should he call it a day? Does he need to go up to 147? Is he really a 154 guy? When you look at the size of the 154 guys, should Cotto really be even in that weight class? Or if Cotto makes 147, is he a title contender again at that weight? Leave your comments below or email us at
BoxTalk@hotmail.co.uk.
And guys, thanks for watching another edition of BoxTalk.